Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I am back with my first process video for my Hey Little Magpie blog post this month. I will link the video down below. I did share the Basic Grey Prism collection pack, which is what I am aiming to kill. I am aiming to make as many layouts, projects, cards as I possibly can. With that, I will put a link down below where you'll be able to go to the blog post over at the Hey Little Magpie shop blog, and you'll be able to see all the projects that I make, but I am going to be sharing them over the course of the week with you guys, so I do hope that you're going to stick with me. This is a collection that I absolutely fell in love with, but I'd kind of not really loved Basic Grey. Basic Grey was the first ever proper scrapbooking paper that I brought, and I kind of went off it because I'm going to say it got a little bit samey, but actually this new collection is very fresh and I really love the geometric patterns and stuff. You all know I had a love-hate relationship with the Kelly Perky range from them, but I really enjoyed using this Prism collection. So I'm going to try not to dive into my stash too much and actually just use the bits that are in the collection pack, and then I brought the die cut pack, which is acetate and cardstock die cuts. I brought the tags, and what else did I buy? Oh, there was one of the element sticker sheets, but of course in the collection pack you get alphas and you get one of the 12x12 element sticker sheets, so I'm just going through the bits and pieces that I've got here, and I'm going to be sorting those out. I have this sort of old tray. I think I got some photos in it, and I kind of like to keep die cuts if I'm working on a kit, and they were just some Julia Bean soup ones that I've just taken out there and put in a little baggie. I did kind of pull a few of those out and start to add them on the layout because I thought they looked quite nice and went with the colours, but then I was like, no Nancy, you need to just stick with what's in the collection pack. So I am going to take those off, but I was just kind of looking at them because again I've got so many little bags of embellishments, I really need to get myself in some form of organisation. But, so you're going to just see me take all them off and go, no, stick to the collection pack. So I've got this clamshell package, which I actually got some photos in. And I'm just going to put everything in here. So that's the craft tags and also the acetate and cardstock die cuts. And there's such a mix in the die cut pack. I say not only with the acetate and the cardstock, but you've got the floral elements, then you've got circular elements, you've then got sentiment and word pieces, you've then just got some shapes and tabs, some banner pieces, so it's a really good mix actually, and I actually found it really usable. I must admit I am kind of going in for the embellishment packs at the moment. The last kind of collections that I've got, I mean of course I brought 12x12 for this one, but I did buy the 6x6 pad and the embellishment pack, and that kind of can see you through a lot of the times. So back to the layout. I pulled out that beautiful craft tag, and the printing on those craft tags is really vivid. It's really lovely, and I mean I love printed craft. I just think it's beautiful. So you've got those kind of mandala circular kind of elements on there, and there is the same kind of mandala circular design both in the cardstock and the acetate pieces, so I decided to use those. As well, I've also got a little border strip there, because of course you do get nice border strips printed out. So I'm just pulling out some of my most used stencils here, and you know me, a piece of paper can never be busy enough, so of course I'm going to make this busy paper busier. So I'm just pulling out some of my inks here from my stash. I'm using this Hero Arts neon ink. I love this ink. I love this pink. It's a great grey ink, and it's a really juicy ink pad. You can see that I do keep a bit of washi tape to keep that lid on because unfortunately the lid's not great at staying on, and I do kind of travel around with my stash quite a lot, as you know. So I'm just using that with some of my Tim Holtz ones, and then I'm just grabbing another little dauber here, and I'm using the, I can't remember, peel paint, is that? Peel paint, I think it's called. Again, my distress inks are ages old. I have had them, crikey, probably 5 years? No, more than that, probably about 6 years. that's a little bit crazy. And they're all fine, actually. I've not re-inked any of them. They're all really juicy still, so just using that to add some over. And then I'm using the peacock feather again, just with this beautiful arrow stencil. Like I said, it's very sort of graphic, this paper, so I kind of liked just adding a little bit over there. And I know vaguely where my photo was going to go, so I'm really happy with how that came out, and it just adds that little bit of interest to that. Excuse me, I was just going through my stash and moving stuff so I could get my inks out. So I'm using my Dilution inks, and this is Bubblegum Pink, then Dirty Martini is the green one, and the other one is the Tealy Turquoise one. I don't know, I can't remember names. There was back in time when I actually used to write down my supplies. Now, I'm sorry guys, you're not getting as good as process videos as you used to get. I'm just going to put it out there. But there you can see that how it all looked together. I am going to ink everything up in the peacock feather, just because it's going to help add some unity, because I'm using all the different patterns here, but they do kind of work in, and I find just inking them all in the same shade just ties everything together. It's only a really, really minute detail, but I really like how it looks. So, and I'm using this really cute photo of me and my niece, and there's going to be some sort of other photos in divider pages because we had a sleepover together. And so this is just going to kind of be one of the pages that kind of follow on from that. And these layouts that you're going to be seeing, of course, are just going in my project Life for this year. So as you'll see, I did gut the background frame paper that I'm going to use, and as always I kind of pick the middle out of that layout to then the paper to then mount my photo in, because I just think it then helps everything kind of be quite coherent and look quite good. Even if I do say so myself. I just like how it all ties together. Having a few ATG issues there. So yeah, this is this little border strip piece, and I do like how Basic Grey kind of does like a little zigzag between the sort of two pattern papers, and I really like the element, and it works really well, as I said, because there's lots of triangles, angles in this collection as well. So I'm just going to play about where I'm going to put this tag. This tag is actually going to end up holding my title. So just know I want to overlap on that bottom bit of the photo. There's nothing really there that it's going to hide or anything. So I haven't stuck that down yet, because I'm just tucking a few of these other little pieces behind there. And I can't really, say enough about how much I actually enjoyed using this whole collection pack. It was a struggle, because as you saw, I'm kind of so tempted to go to my stash to find other pieces. But I think I got kind of quite creative on the way that I ended up tackling things I wanted to use. There's lots of acetate pieces within this, and the acetate pieces with like words and stuff on, so you can't necessarily see them too well in the video, but hopefully in the final photos you can kind of see where I've put some of those down as well. So I'm just going to work on building kind of two clusters up here. So I'm going to build a cluster up in that top corner, and I really love this craft. The craft tags and also the die cut. The tags are actually on craft, but the die cuts are like printed craft, and I think the craft works really well with these kind of like quite neon colours. So I really like that. It kind of gives somewhere for the eye to rest as well. I did struggle to get the kind of protective layer off those acetate pieces, but I think they worked quite well. And I said I did make a real concerted effort to try and use as many of these element stickers as well. I said there's a few on there that I think I'm gonna really struggle to use, just because they're like really small shapes, like those little squares there. I don't think I ended up using any of those, because I'm just not sure how I could use them. Maybe if I'd done smaller clusters like I've before, like in grid layouts, maybe I could use those up. That's an idea. May have to come back to that one. So as I said, I'm just kind of having a little bit of a play around here. Cut some of those stickers up because I wanted to bring that circular element up to the top again, and I really like the play of circles using the very angular bits on there. And so I really am kind of searching and pulling bits off these sheets to see if they'll work. I'm really not just being kind of afraid to just kind of have a play, really. And knowing I've kind of got that limited stash, I think I get a little bit more creative as well on how I'm kind of using things to create my layers. And as I said, just using that background paper, you know, design on that paper just kind of helps add another layer but no bulk. So as I said, this photo is just a picture of me and my niece. We'd gone for a coffee. She wanted, after our sleepover, to go for a coffee, and hey, I'm never going to turn down the coffee. So we drove to a coffee shop nearby that she hadn't been to, and everyone knows I love my hats. I am a big hat fan, and I do actually have two of this hat with bubbly ears, and she decided that she wanted to be my hat twin that day. So of course we look like a right pair. I think it's really cool, as I said, because she's, you know, we've got matching hats, so that's what this layout is going to be about. There's a tiny little place on that sticker to do some journaling, but I am then going to put some journaling on the back as well. I'm just going here through my homemade enamel dots, not homemade by me, homemade by the wonderful Sharon, and these couldn't have been better. It is like she made them for this collection. The colours work fantastically. And I don't think they've done enamel dots with this collection, and as I said, you could have not got a better match of colours, and I absolutely love how they look. So you can see in the close-up photos at the end as well just how fab they go together. So I'm just sticking those down with my wet glue, and they stick perfectly fine. I've not had any problems with them popping off or anything. And now I'm pulling out the sticker sheet. So there is so many alphas on that sticker sheet. Just trying to find my beloved poker tool there that I'd hidden away. And my main issue with these is not the size or anything like that, it's storing them. Because I like to store my alphas like all together, or I have like the simple story smaller ones that are kind of the, you know, the kind of 6x12 sort of size. This 12x12 sheet is a pain in the butt to store. I love the colours that they chose and the fonts. I am going to mix them up, and this is again a smaller font than I'd normally use for a title, but it does mean that I can make a sort of slightly longer title as well. You get two different fonts on here, and I really like how they've you know, they look and the colours. And as I said, my only gripe is how to store them, and there is lots on here, so I am going to be able to do many more titles and things, and I think I'm going to be able to use it for my Project Life as well. Great size for Project Life. So I'm just putting it down, and it's called I Found My Hat Twin in a Coffee Shop. And it's a bit of a bizarre title, I'm going to put it out there, but yeah, that's kind of, we were going on about having coffee and we're going on about hat twins. And so, as I said, this is a picture of me and my beautiful niece. So, and I'm really happy how it turned out. I love that lime green. Absolutely love it. I could not get enough of that lime green. It's beautiful. Sorry that you're seeing some of my crazy hair in the bottom there. Looking particularly crazy that day. And so I'm just going to add that on, and I just love how it turned out. So I'm using this orange paper, and that orange is just going to help pick up the orange in the background and also those orange enamel dots. It's just going to tie everything together, and yeah, I really love it. So thank you very much, guys. I'll be back with some more videos this week, and do go and check out the blog and things. I'll put all the links below. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye!